Hello and welcome to YouTube channel of Prince Civil Services, a unique initiative of Prince EduHub Seeker Rajasthan. It is unique because here you can start preparation for civil services just after when you have passed your school and when you enter into the first year of your graduation. So that is why it is a unique program. So please follow us on YouTube channel, that is Prince Civil Services YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Telegram, Instagram and Twitter. So let's start with the topic of this video, that is Srinagar, one of the UNESCO's creative cities. But before I start the topic, I would like to clear one misnomer, myth in which is prevalent in the students' mind. They think that art and culture and the questions from art and culture are basically static and current affairs doesn't play any role. This is a misconception. Students, please do not think art and culture just from static perspective. There are current affair topics, issues and news regarding and related to art and culture. So one such topic we are going to take up in this video, that is Srinagar, one of UNESCO's creative cities. This was in news recently on November 8th. The UNESCO declared or added Srinagar into its creative cities network. So let's begin with the video. We are going to discuss A to Z of this news, this issue, this topic, so that if a question comes, you will have no doubt regarding anything regarding this topic. So, under this video, this is the content, these are the contents, like why we are discussing this topic, and we are going to see what is UCCN, that is UNESCO's Creative City Network, and then we are going to look at why Srinagar, what are the famous crafts found in Srinagar or made in Srinagar, and the folk art of Srinagar and Jammu and Kashmir, and then some extra information regarding GI tags. What are GI tags? So all these topics will be discussed under this video one by one. Let's start the why we are discussing this news. So recently, that is on November 8th, there was a news that UNESCO, that is United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO, which has got its headquarters in Paris, France. So this organization, UNESCO, designated Srinagar as part of its UNESCO Creative Cities Network, that is UCCN. So this is a kind of a proud moment for all of us that Srinagar is now part of this Creative Cities Network. We will discuss in detail what is this network. So this is news and why we have taken this news. So because of this reason. As you can see, this year 49 cities were added to this list, but you do not need to remember all those 49 cities. Please remember this. You are just concerned with the cities from India. And this year, only one city could make to this list, to this network, and that is Srinagar. We will discuss what are other cities, what are the criteria, and so on. So I hope why is clear, why we are discussing this news. So let's move on. As I told you that Srinagar is not the first city to be added on this network. There are 5 other cities which have been added into this network. So Srinagar is the 6th Indian city to get this distinction, to get added on this network. So there can be a question, what are all cities which are added in this network? So you should remember, there is Mumbai, there is Chennai, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Jaipur, and this year, that is 2021, we have a new entrant from India, that is Srinagar. Now, before I go into the detail of why Srinagar, why not no other city, let's look into this initiative of UNESCO, that is Creative Cities Network. So as I told you, this is initiative of UNESCO which has got its headquarters in Paris, France. So they may ask sometime a very factual question that this organization has got its headquarters in which city? So UNESCO has got its headquarters in Paris. Now let's learn about Creative City Network. First of all, this initiative, this project was started in 2004. So there can be a question, there can be a statement regarding this network in the form of consider the following statements. So first statement, this project was started in 2004 and 2005. So the right statement would be that it was started in 2004 only. Now look at the objective. So why this was started? This was started to promote cooperation among cities which recognized creativity as a strategic factor in their urban development. So what does this mean? This means that those cities which are known for their creative products, anything creative, it may be food, craft, music, films, etc., etc., and they consider that their city's development is for this creativity. If we give ample attention to the creativity, that may be anything, then only that city can develop. So this is promote cooperation among cities. So under this, what will gonna happen that all those cities, there is a network of over 290 cities. What they are gonna do is that they are gonna share information that we did this initiative. So this led to the development of our city. Now you can also adopt this initiative and you can also develop. So that is the main objective. There should be a cooperation at international level as well as development sharing, plan sharing at local level. So 2004, why started? So that the cities for which creativity is an important factor, they can share their best practices with each other and overall there is a development. So that is UNESCO's Creative City Network. When it was started, 2004. What is the objective? So that is the objective. Now the next slide. Now there must be some criteria. Whenever they are adding some city into the network, they must look something or some creative aspect of that city. So there are 7 fields. You can have a look at the screen that these are the 7 fields under which a creative city is added. For example, you have craft, folk art, media art, film design, gastronomy, literature, music. Please remember this can be a MCQ. For example, among the following, which are the fields for which a city is considered as a creative city? So, craft, it can be anything. It can be a sari, it can be a woodwork, it can be a pottery, etc., etc., handicraft, etc., etc. Then, folk art. What do you understand by folk art? Folk art means that art which is a part of community's culture, which is performed by the common people. It can be music, it can be dance, it can be singing, and so on. So the common art, the common people's art is folk art. It is different from classical art. So it's a question for you. You can mention in the comment section. So the question is the difference between folk art and the classical art. Now the third is media arts. Media arts, you can have audio, videos, digital arts, communication arts, and so on. The next is film design. Obviously the film making. So a city like Bombay, Mumbai is famous for the film industry. So that is why it is on the list. Then next is gastronomy. What is gastronomy? It is the art related to good food. So If a city is known for its food, cuisines, then it will be added under this field, gastronomy. The next is literature and music. So these are the 7 fields. I hope you will remember all these 7 fields. So we have discussed what is UCCN and what are the 7 fields. Now the current issue, the current topic. Srinagar city has been designated the creative city in the fields of, so this can be a question, under the 7 heads, which fields Srinagar city got its status. So under the craft field and the folk arts field, Srinagar was added. So another point, another question, it is the only second city. Jaipur was the first city to be recognized as a creative city under the field of craft and folk art. So we have 2 cities in India which are recognized as creative cities, which are Jaipur and Srinagar, which is in current issue, current news. And next, Mumbai, obviously for film category, Chennai, Varanasi have been made part of UCCN for their music. You must have heard about the gharanas, the famous gharanas. Then you have heard about Hyderabad biryani. So I told you gastronomy is the field, and this field is related to food. So Hyderabad is for gastronomy. So these are the 6 cities and their respective fields. Friends, the topic doesn't end here. UPSC or state civil services, public service commissions, they go deeper into the topic. We have discussed the latest news, we have discussed the initiative, the network, but more needs to be learned and discussed. That is, what are the famous crafts and folk art of Srinagar? This can be asked as a question in the form of match the following. There may be a city name and then there will be name of the craft or the folk art. You have to match. So please look for such things like famous craft, famous folk arts and so on. So Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir, the famous Srinagar is known for various things. There have been GI tags, that is geographical indication tags. We are going to discuss GI tags later in the video, in the end of the video. So tourists from all over the world, you all know that Srinagar is famous for pashmina shawls, carpets, rugs and so on, firan and so on. So let's look one by one what are the famous crafts and folk art of Srinagar and Jammu and Kashmir. So the first is walnut wood carving. So you have the wood which is of walnut tree, and Srinagar, it is famous for carving over that wood. And now you can see that I have written here GI. What does this mean? This means geographical indication. And the next, before I go into the next craft, let's have a look at what is a geographical indication tag. This can be asked as a separate topic. So let's read for once the definition of geographical indication tag. A geographical indication is a sign used on products that have a specific geographical origin and possesses qualities or reputation that are due to that origin. In simple words, just try to understand. For example, if there is a product and it is famous, it must be famous for some peculiar quality. There must be some peculiar characteristic feature, but that feature is just because of the location where it is grown or where it is made. For example, basmati rice. So basmati rice is known for its aroma, its fragrance, and it is grown in 7 states. The GI tag is given for basmati rice of 7 states. This is because if you take a sapling of basmati rice and grow in other states other than these 7 states, you will not get that aroma or fragrance. So the quality is due to the geography, the location. So that is why geographical indication tag is given, so that it is for sure that product is from that place only, that product is original. So that is the meaning of geographical indication. Now some other information. So there can be a question in RS 2021. There is a question that what is the motto of DRDO? You can check that there was a question. You can also look for our videos on our channel. We have analyzed RS prelims exam in great depth. So please watch those videos also, because there are questions from previous years. So what stops the commission from asking the question that what is the slogan of geographical indication? So Atulya Bharat ki Amulya Nidhi, or in English, invaluable treasures of incredible India. So please remember this. This is the slogan of geographical indication. And in the next slide, so I have just provided you few examples that these are the products which have got GI tag, geographical indication tag. Please, from now onwards, please be very careful regarding the GI tags. If any product is there, new product is there which has got the new tag, so please try to remember that. So move on. We were discussing the crafts. So we have discussed the walnut wood carving. The next is Pashmina shawls. So these are very famous. And a question for you. So you can give the answers in the comment section, that from which animal the Pashmina wool we acquire. So that is your question. Please mention in the comment section. Next is your Kaleen, that is carpets. The Kashmiri carpets, the Srinagar carpets are very famous. And Dalgate pottery. I told you that pottery is a craft. So we discussed some point regarding the this blue pottery of Jaipur. So similarly, there is a Dalgate pottery of Srinagar. So you can see how beautiful that is. Next is paper mache, that is also a GI. What is paper mache? So simply you take a paper, you take a glue, you take a cardboard, and you mix them with some chemicals, and when this dries, there is solidification. So you get a hard product which can be molded into various shape, and that can also be painted, carved, and so on. So this is a very famous craft from Srinagar. Now we have done the crafts. So that is why you got to know that Srinagar is a craft city. It's a creative craft city. Next, we are going to discuss folk art. I already told you that what are folk art? Folk arts are the arts performed by the community, the common people, without much rules and regulation. There are not much of this Guru Shishya Parampara. These are the traits of classical arts. So this is Bhand Pather. This is a kind of a theatre which is performed in Srinagar, Jammu Kashmir, and it is a combination of your dance, drama, and music. So this is Bhand Pather, which is a folk art of Srinagar. The next and the last point regarding folk art is Chakri. This is a traditional music which involves sarangi, graha, rabab, and harmonium. So we have discussed in this video what is this network, why we are discussing this news. We have discussed the Srinagar crafts and folk art. We also learned about GI tags. So that is how you need to learn or read current affairs from art and culture. You have to go holistically. News is okay, but you have to learn more regarding that news. So that was it. This is it. This is the end of the video. So I hope you learned some useful points regarding this news. And if you liked this video, please like the video and subscribe our channel, that is Prince Civil Services, and follow us on Twitter, Telegram, and Instagram. So thank you. This is Sanchit Kinger signing off. See you next video. Thank you. Thanks all.